This week on Wardens, a Michigan conservation officer in District 5 checks on operators of off-road vehicles during a busy spring weekend.
Hey! Come here.
COs in D7 patrol whitefish anglers on a cold night in late November.
It's not a coincidence that 3 CO trucks pull up to you simultaneously, right?
And to look at efforts the DNR takes to gauge fish numbers in a large inland lake. Wild animals and wild places. They're more than a picture. They're inspiration, excitement, and adventure. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of our great outdoors. Michigan conservation officers spend a lot of their time striving to protect the fish and game species within the borders of the Great Lakes state. However, they also want to do everything they can to make sure the state's waters and lands are being treated with the utmost care and respect. In the state's District 5, Officer Josh Russell is monitoring off-road vehicle riders during a busy Memorial Day weekend.
Chunk of state land here where we have a trail that goes all the way through, but there's some off trails that are bermed off that ORVs aren't supposed to be on. And then we got this hill climb here where ORVs come up and tear the hillside up, ultimately eroding away the hillside and damaging the environment, so the animals can't live in it anymore essentially, and just ultimately just destroying the habitat.
While driving on a 2-track and expecting to encounter ORV operators, CO Russell notices a man at a campsite and stops to chat with him.
How's it going? Just hanging out for the day, or what do we got going on?
Yeah.
Just hanging out? Okay. You sound like you've been camping here for a while, or?
Yeah.
Okay, how long you been here?
Oh, it's been a while. I've got a permit now.
Okay, where's your permit at?
Now, am I supposed to put this on a tree or something?
You're supposed to put it so that a tree so we can find it. So what day did you actually get here?
I got here quite a while ago. I don't even remember the exact day.
Okay, we're only supposed to stay in a spot 15 days. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, 15 days, and you got to move a half mile away. So, okay.
Oh, half a mile.
Yeah, just a half mile. We don't require you to move like all the way down, like through, like away out of the county, but you just a half mile down on state land somewhere else. So that way someone can't just claim a section, especially for like deer hunting and stuff like that. So that way everyone can come in and use the land. Okay. This is all your stuff then, or that pile of stuff yours too?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you by chance? Yeah. Okay. So this is all just a bunch of trash, or what's over here? Food? Okay. Okay. So is this a stash of food then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, so they'll show you have insurance and all that good stuff on it. So do me a favor, by Monday, find a new spot to camp, all right?
Okay.
Make sure you get a new camp card for it, and make sure we get everything cleaned up out of here, okay? I understand that pile, you got food over there, so I'm not really gonna ding you about anything like that, and you got your little spot right there. So just make sure you clean up after yourself, find somewhere at least a half mile away, and just remember we're 15 days, you got to move, okay? With a new camp card. So I don't know how long you plan on camping, but just make sure if you're over 15 days, you just find another spot, okay?
Okay.
Any questions for me?
No.
All right, have a great weekend, all right?
All right, you too.
A short time later, Officer Russell observes an ORV operating on a state highway. He stops to chat with the driver.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. You know you can't operate on M18?
Well, I thought as long as you could come down the shoulder.
No, the county roads you can be on the farthest most right portion of the roadway. M roads are off limits.
Well, I thought as long as we just went from there to here.
No, you got your ID on you by chance?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. How about you? You got your ID on you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not supposed to be operating on M roads. So, yeah.
I'm just following him.
I
don't know where I am.
Okay, where are you from?
Downstate.
Okay.
About Indiana, Ohio.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So ORVs are not allowed on M roads at all. So to get where you guys are going, where you guys at again?
Back over here, Grass Lake.
Grass Lake, so you can take Meredith Grade across.
That's what we were doing. We're just coming down here to go. Then we're going to take that trail right back into it.
Oh, okay, so you just stopping here to get gas, or what's going on?
We're going to
Oh, I gotta get my dog some ice cream.
Ice cream for the dog.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's the only reason we was coming down this way.
Okay.
Not I'd want straight on across.
Okay, gotcha. All right. No crazy wants, warrants, something like that. Nothing out of Texas for dog fighting. No. Believe it or not, it happens. So that's why I asked. So this is what I'm gonna do, right? I could write 3 tickets. I'm only gonna write 1. Okay, for just purely operation on the M Road there. Okay, so instead of writing all 3 of you one, we'll write 1. You guys can all chip in and pay for the 1. How's that sound?
In this case, for operating his off-road vehicle on a paved road, this man pled guilty and paid a court-ordered fine of $150.
It's just a big safety issue.
Oh yeah,
so.
I get it because
100%.
because you know we used to go from Mayor's Grade on up to the trail, and shoot, I've been people passing at 60, 70 mile an hour before, and I'm like, you know, we're only supposed to be 25 mile an hour.
Exactly.
The darn dog and getting ice cream.
Darn dogs, they cost you more money than they're worth sometimes, right?
This one here does.
Michigan conservation officers endeavor to protect all of the state's natural resources, and they sometimes give extra attention to some of the most vulnerable. For Lake Whitefish, this is certainly the case.
You can legally harvest 10 fish, so legally harvest means it has to be hooked in the mouth. And we see probably 3/4 of the fish that anglers catch are actually foul hooked.
With a small and delicate mouth, it can be difficult for anglers to hook them legally. Consequently, whitefish are frequently foul hooked or hooked somewhere other than the mouth. When fish are brought out of the water this way, they must be immediately returned to the water.
Lake whitefish are bottom feeders, so they're mostly eating fish eggs, smaller fish, invertebrates, bug larvae, and things like that. So they're kind of tough to catch. But anglers will use spinners, jigs, sometimes wax worms, and fish eggs. Most common bait to use is usually a spoon, a jigging spoon.
In Michigan's District 7, Conservation Officer Jackie Miskovich is checking on whitefish anglers on a chilly November weekend.
Okay.
That's them.
Were you fishing too?
Yeah.
You guys got your fishing licenses?
We sure do.
Where on the fish did you hook them?
All in the mouth. These 2 were ours, so.
These 2 were yours?
Yep.
You know, even possessing a foul-hooked fish, you're not allowed to possess a foul-hooked fish.
Right.
Yeah, we know that. We were letting them go.
That's why we let them go if we didn't.
So, I'm going to ask one more time. Where were these fish hooked? You may have thrown some back.
Yes.
Where were these fish hooked?
In the mouth.
Yes.
Those snag marks are very fresh.
Where?
Well, this one, and then there was the one on the, right here.
This one's got a mark right there in the mouth.
You know how many times we get it where someone hooks it foul and then they go and hook it in the mouth?
We're just out fishing, actually first time for her white fishing, so
I'm just gonna
taking her out.
I'm gonna give you a warning on it, but just know how seriously we take whitefish snagging. Even just possessing them is a hazard for people.
I didn't know that was a thing when we started.
Oh, I told her though. That's why she's like, why are you throwing my fish back? I'm like, you can't keep them unless they're hooked in the mouth.
In this case, Officer Miskovich takes the couple at their word that the snag marks came from other anglers and gave them a warning to not risk retaining these types of fish.
But I'm gonna let you keep these.
Well, I know in the future too now. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good day.
Hey, thanks. You guys have a great weekend.
You too.
Have a good night.
Walleye male, 17.7.
This is probably one of the most popular in the UP, you know, given its size, and it's just known as a walleye factory. Really, this whole eastern shore has perfect spawning habitat. It's gravel and cobble. It's windswept, so the substrate is kept clean, and it's, you know, really it's known around the Midwest. People come here from Illinois, Wisconsin, so really a tremendous walleye fishery.
Every 5 years, Michigan's Department of Natural Resources conducts a walleye survey on Lake Gogebic, the largest inland lake in the state's Upper Peninsula. They're looking to determine how many walleye are in the lake, as well as how the fish are doing.
We set nets out here yesterday. Today we're running the nets. We'll take the fish, we'll measure them, check them for their sex, if they're male or female, check for ripeness, and then we give them a distinguishing clip as part of the mark and recapture process to estimate the population.
We handle the fish, we give them a mark, which in this case is a fin clip. Release them, they mix with all the other walleyes that we didn't capture, and then we do electrofishing of the entire shoreline to get our second sample, and you're basically looking at the proportion of the population that you marked.
We use our nets to mark the fish, and we keep track of the number of fish marked in the population. We'll pull our nets, wait 24 hours, and then we use a boom shocker and we shock the entire shoreline of the lake. We'll look at the ratio of marked versus unmarked fish to determine the population estimate. For example, if we marked 1,000 fish and we do our recapture run and 25% of the fish are recaptured, our estimate would assume that the population is 4,000 fish. So that's how the math works.
More than a century ago, walleye were stocked in this lake by the DNR.
They actually came from Saginaw Bay, and they just took off. The great spawning habitat, they took off. They've been naturally reproducing since. We don't stock it at all. And we'd love to keep it that way. We never want to stock a lake if Mother Nature can do its thing on its own.
The DNR can estimate if there's an adequate food supply for the fish.
So you might ask, well, why do you care how old the fish is? Well, first, we can find out if there's a lot of year classes, we know exploitation rates are low. We can find out how fast they're growing. If they're growing well, there's a lot of food for them. If they're growing poorly, they're competing for food. So we can get a lot of biological information. It gives us the trend for the lake, how healthy the population is, and make some of our management decisions.
Walleye typically begin spawning in the spring as soon as the lake is no longer iced over. Their spawning season can be over in just a few days. The short spawning season can lead to long shifts for DNR staff that are working to complete the survey.
It's probably going to be a good 10-hour days for most of the crews. Sometimes you might even have a 12-hour day, but they love it. We love being out here.
I've been doing this for 33 years, so to still like it, it's cool.
Michigan Conservation Officer Josh Russell is patrolling operators of off-road vehicles during the busy Memorial Day weekend. At the same convenience store where he issued a ticket earlier in the day for the same problem, CO Russell spots another man driving his ORV where it's not allowed.
Like this guy right here. It's like I said, it's a never-ending issue here. I know, right? Hey! Come here. Turn it off for me, will you? You got an ORV sticker? Yep, all right. You know you're not supposed to operate on M roads?
I'm sorry?
You know you're not supposed to operate on an M road?
On an M road?
Yeah, M18.
No, I did not.
No, you got your ID on you by chance?
Absolutely.
Okay, take a look at that real quick.
CPL
okay.
As well.
Okay, where's it at?
It's on the right hip.
It's right there. Where's your wallet at?
Right here, my left.
Left hip? Okay, just keep your hand away from your right hip. We'll be good there, all right?
You got it.
I'll take a look at your CPL when you pull that out, too. Thank you, sir. Just so you know, it is a huge safety issue to be riding down these roads, M roads with machines. Like ORVs, side-by-sides, all that stuff aren't supposed to be on M roads, only county roads. Okay, so it's for a big safety issue. I mean, it's busy weekend, cars are flying all over the place, okay? So sit tight for me, all right?
Absolutely.
Here's the deal, all right? Busy holiday weekend, these things aren't supposed to be on the M roads at all, all right? You can be on the county roads, farthest most right portions of the roadway, okay? Just not M roads like 18, 61, stuff like that, okay?
Meredith grade.
Meredith grade's fine. You can be on that. You just can't be down this. So, and there's actually a back way to get to the store if you go down Meredith grade.
So you're there right now if I wanted to. Right?
You can cross the road. You just can't drive down it. So, okay. So, and those people in the side-by-sides were just here, just had the same talk with them, all right?
In this case, for operating his off-road vehicle on a paved road, this man pled guilty and paid a court-ordered fine of $150.
From now on, just take that back road, that back way in here. I don't know, did you come from that way or that way on Meredith?
Right there, yeah.
You're right there, okay, yeah. So go across, hit that snowmobile trail and come back in here. Okay, just stay off it. We've had a lot of traffic. I had a lot of complaints of 20 or so side-by-sides running up and down.
I can get to the grade from here, so I should be all right.
Yeah, because you can take that snowmobile trail right up to the grade.
We're right at the corner of the grade, so I should be okay.
Yeah, okay.
Approximately 6 months after CO Russell was patrolling ORV operators, Officer Jackie Miskovich is in the state's District 7, checking on anglers targeting whitefish. She's part of a group patrol that includes both uniformed and plainclothes officers.
Lake whitefish will come in shallow to these pier areas, typically in November. It peaks about November 15th and it's done by about December 1st. They're more active at night, so anglers usually show up about 5 o'clock and they'll fish till about midnight.
CO Miskovich is on her way to assist another officer who has made contact with the fisherman.
Look at all these fish right here for me, okay? Tell me where you hooked each and every one.
There was a couple that got hooked up by the front fin there.
Okay, I want you to point to each fish and tell me where you hooked it.
I got that one right there, you can tell that.
Okay.
But the rest of them were all right in near the mouth.
Which ones do you think were hooked in the fins back here?
That one's got a mark right there.
Is that where you caught that one right there?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
How many did you catch in the mouth?
I got a couple of these that were hooked by the mouth.
Okay. Okay. Were any of these fish hooked in the mouth? All right, just be honest with us. All right.
No, they weren't.
Michigan conservation officers Jackie Miskovich and Anna Cullen have contacted a man who kept fish that were not hooked in the mouth. Another officer observed him catching and keeping the foul-hooked fish. He was then contacted by Officer Cullen and is now being assisted by CO Miskovich.
This obviously has a pretty good gash in it right there. And that's where you caught this one at?
Yes.
All right. All right, so these two right here, since none of these were hooked in the mouth today, we're gonna be taking all of them, okay?
Okay.
All right. We can see where a lot of them are caught.
Did you do that?
No, the guy that's right around the corner there checked.
There's the creel.
Oh, okay. Where do you think you caught these other two? It's hard to tell with the.
Yeah,
did you hook any in the tail?
There was one that was in the tail. I'm not sure which one.
Okay, so this one has this gash, this right here. Got this gash right here.
I like that all of them. So, but none were hooked in the mouth.
No.
All right.
I got Swedish pimples in these styles here.
Oh, with that size hook on it. All right. Go ahead, sit tight. We'll be sitting with you in just a second, okay?
It seems like every year, like clockwork, I'll get a phone call or two with some of these folks that were snagging and may have been caught by one of my officers, maybe issued a ticket or a strict warning. And they always have the question of what's the difference between spearing the whitefish or snagging the whitefish, and bring up the point that it's legal to spear them. So then I respond to that by saying, well, then go ahead and spear them, which there's a silence on the phone, or if they come to the office in person, it's the 1,000-yard stare, because they start to take in what it would take to actually spear whitefish.
CO Alberg saw this man hook a fish in the tail, a whitefish. We got up to him. Anna Cullen made contact first, and looking at the fish, we saw 3 obvious gashes in the fish. And then there's 2 others that weren't caught in the mouth, so he's admitting to all 5 fish not being hooked in the mouth, and that he caught them somewhere on the body. It's not forward of the gill plate, it's not anything like that. It has to take it willingly in its mouth. I'll explain your citation to you. This is your info, where it happened, what I'm writing you for. I'm writing you for retained foul hooked fish, or fish not hooked in the mouth, essentially. I gave you a warning for not having your fishing license on you. what I took, we're gonna take all 5 of these whitefish. The court's gonna notify you it's an appearance date, it's a misdemeanor.
In this case, for retaining fish that were foul hooked, this fisherman paid a court-ordered fine of $445.30, including $145.30 in restitution to the state of Michigan for the fish that were kept after being snagged.
This is a huge issue that we have in Muskegon every year, so we're trying to crack down on it.
I got you.
So, we know you're not a bad guy. Mistakes happen, but here's your bucket. You can have that back.
All right, thank you.
Don't forget your fishing pole and all that.
Yep.